You are here to find out how to do a basic pathfinding script. It's kind of a script. I mean, a lot of it is really this costume just changing. It's like a laser. It is a laser. A laser that detects a player and a wall. I mean, the wall one, the second one is kind of fancy. But anyways, let me just get rid of all of this so we can start like a brand new project. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Cool. So this is really basic, as the title says, because one day I had a genius idea about pathfinding, but with a laser. Because you've already looked at Griff Patch's tutorial, and it's very complicated, but it's definitely more efficient than what I'm about to show you. But this is already efficient enough. But what he shows you is very complicated. If you're on Scratch, then you're probably not that much of a complicated person. You're probably only just learning trigonometry. Cool. So anyways, enough showing off. Make your sprite. We'll call this one player. So we need something for the enemies to chase. Yeah, a circle. Always. Make him blue, because he's the good guy. He's you. Make a square, make a white. I don't know, just make a face of some sort. I'm gonna make mine basic, because, you know, I'm making the tutorial. Cool. Push that up. Yep. Yeah, we'll go to our basic face. Shrink him a little bit, because we want some room for, like, moving around, getting chased. Cool. So, as always, when flag clicked, forever, we're just gonna have basic movement. So point towards mouse pointer, and if mouse down, move forceps. Normally I do this with clones, so everything's gonna look a lot different, because if you're doing this, you're probably doing it for clones. Yeah. 4, 3. Oh, sorry, not mouse down. Key W. Cool. So I went. Yeah. Okay. I see. Let's just make it 4. Yep. Cool. So now we need someone. We need walls. That's what we need first. Cool. So let's make our walls brown, like normal walls. It's not brown enough. Alright, there we go. So let's be smart. So speed this up, because we kind of need like a outline to our walls. So we'll just like this and empty that. Yeah. Okay, now we can actually make the walls. We do this, we add the outline so our enemies don't just wander off the map, you know? Cool. Just create a basic set of walls, like me. Alright, this is very basic. Your walls will need to be thicker than your lasers. Like the very first laser. Darn, you'll understand why sooner. Because it can cause a big bug. Also, don't forget to name this wall. Okay. When flag clicked, go to X, Y. 0 and 0, just in case you accidentally move it. Oh, also, you know, we want it to be at the front layer. Go to front layer. Yep. Okay, now we can add in our enemy. I think it's smart if we just duplicate this guy. Make him red, so you know he's your enemy. just place him over there. When flag clicked, also we want to make him so he like spawns there. That'll make it easier when debugging. X, Y. Not crowd. Yep. So 150. Negative 100. Yep. And then the player go to X, Y. Negative 200. 120. Awesome. Now let's actually do what we're looking for. Forever. If. Actually, first, we actually need to make the laser. So, the laser, this is very tedious. I don't know if I have editing software or not, so you might want to like skip forward in the video. But don't skip yet. Let me just tell you what you need to do. So the first one, make that a visible color. Make it red. Make the first part of your laser. So the laser is in bits, so it can shrink and extend for detection. So anyways, you want to grab your enemy. You want to paste him. You want to put this at like the front of him. Make it maybe a little bit skinnier. Cool, like that. Now, that's your first one. Now, I can't really be bothered making them like yay big and then a little bit bigger and then a little bit bigger. So I'm just kind of gonna jump. But you might make it more smaller, like bit by bit, to make it more, I don't know, make it more smooth, something like that. But I'm making the tutorial, so I'm just gonna make a big jump like, oh actually no, I'm gonna make a jump like this. And then this one will be like that, and then make a big jump here. Alright, cool, yeah, so you can like skip forward to look when I'm done doing this. Unless you want to listen to me breathing or something. Okay, yeah, it's pretty thick. More thick than I normally make them. So it might be a problem later on. Let's just hope it's not, because I don't want to spend time having to fix this. Okay, so we only got 6. Okay. Yeah, so normally it would be bit by bit and I'd have 18 costumes, but let's just hope that this works. Call this one player detection. When flag clicked. Forever. Like I said before, this would look very different when you're doing it with clones, but you probably already know how to deal with clones. So this is like the magic. I mean, wait, hold on, not yet. This isn't the magic. We just need to make them go to the player. Go to the enemy. So go to enemy. Go to enemy. Always point towards the player. So this is like the detection. Oh, also, let's actually make it a bit longer than that. It's too short. It's kind of average to me, but yeah, that's better. Cause it's kind of like eyesight, really, which makes it cool on its own compared to real pathfinding. Cool. So, now here's where the magic happens. Like I said, forever. Switch costume. Costume. No, not cos. Minus. Costume number. It's minus 1. If touching wall. So if touching wall, yeah, so you see it already. It goes straight down to that size. And like I said before, if you made it like more precise, so little bit by little bit it grows, then it would be like just touching the tip of the wall. So this might be a problem in the future for me, but Not for you, because you will make it more specific. Anyways, so if touching wall, and also we need to make sure it doesn't get too small. So, and costume number does not equal 1. So we don't want it to switch costumes -1 to the point that it goes to the longest costume. We also need to do this for extending, so when it's not touching the walls. So we go not touching walls and change this to simply just plus. Also number and plus. Cool, so look at that. Okay, hold on. I think we have found our bug. I think we found a bug. Oh, yes, that's why. Find out what the last costume number is. 8. And then change this to 8. There we go. Now it works. Awesome. Yes, look at that. Isn't that magical? Isn't that cool? So it automatically changes the size of its laser. Cool. So that's the magical part. I mean, it's kind of magical. I hope it's magical to you. Also, before we do too much more on the laser, we want this guy to like wander around because he's a smart guy. So if actually first we need to create a variable that tells the enemy that the laser has detected the player. So just create a variable called can see player. Set can see player. Oops. Set can see player to 0. Set can see player to 1. So it should not be able to see the player. Excuse me, what's happening? Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I don't get it. What's happening? Why is this being so weird? Okay, so we found a bug that is being weird. So, saying it can see the player, though it obviously cannot see the player. I wonder why this is. Can see player. Oh man, I'm stupid. Yeah, so I forgot. We need to add another script that says if touching the player. If touching player. Actually, create a if then else. Elif or else if. Ah, yes. So if touching player, then he can obviously see the player. If not, he cannot. So let's test that out. Excuse me. There we go. Cool. Works. Now, that's when we look around here. So, if can see player equals 0, and then can kind of wander about. This will lead us to making our second laser. So, move 4 steps. And then we will duplicate this guy. Make all of these green. So that way, when you're trying to, find out where there's a problem in your lasers, you can tell which one's which. Call this one wall detection. Cool, so just like, you don't need to change any of this, you don't need to change this. Actually, no, you do need to change this. So, you want a point in direction. player, point towards, I mean, point in the same direction as the enemy. Cool, so now we've got two separate lasers. So that one points in the direction of the laser because the enemy will always move forward because that's how our code works. So I don't know how it's going to work in your code, but it should work this way because, you know, AIs. Anyways, so we don't need to worry about if it can see the player. So we want to create a new variable called close to wall. Set close to wall. Set close to wall. No. So instead, if costume number is less than, so you can see here that if it's less than 2 or less than 3, then it's pretty close to the walls. So we'll say if it's less than 3, then it's close to wall. So if I put him like right here, now he's close to the wall and he'll want to turn around. So let's go to him and say if close to wall equals 1, turn 7 degrees. So turn 7 degrees and move 4 steps. Cool. So yeah, so now he wanders around. So that's cool. And when he sees me, he stops moving, and we'll code further onto that. I just want to watch him for a little bit. Yes, pretty cool. Oh, actually, first of all, we need to do something about this to prevent him from walking through walls. So if close to wall, then, you know, you can chillax. Let's make him slower, because you can't see us yet, so he doesn't need to stress out. Yeah, maybe make it 10. Yeah, that's kind of nicer. You'll fix it to your preferences and how the terrain is on your map, or you know, how the walls are, how, you know, your environment. You'll change it to your environment. Now, if can see player, point in direction. So if can see player, so we actually need to change this to an else if. Point in direction of player detection and move 4 steps, because now he spotted us, he's gonna chase us. Look at this. Oh wow, it works. Now he can't see us, so we can hide. Oh, see that? We're hiding from him. So that's cool. Yeah, he's kind of faster than us, kind of. Now we can kind of bring him into the walls. Now, yeah, so that's how you do it. You'll change it up to however you need to do it. Instead of him just turning one certain direction, you might make it that sometimes he turns another direction, or maybe he turns the other direction. Also, if you didn't know, you can hide these lasers. All you need to do is set ghost to 98. I think 99 sometimes works, but one time it didn't work for me, so I'm just going to be safe and set it to 98. Also drag that into that one, put that there, put that there. You will be able to see a slight kind of laser, but it's not as visible. And if it still works at 99, then change it to 99. I'll just keep it at 98. Anyways, cool. So that's how you do it. It's very basic. For some reason it's taken 20 minutes. I'm surprised by that. Anyways, I hope this has helped you. I hope it surprised you, because I mean, it surprised me. I was in total shock. It was like reinventing the wheel. No, it was like inventing the wheel for the first time. Thank you.